Welcome everyone to the Johnny Warren Indoor Sports Centre here at the Hurstville Aquatic Leisure Centre in Sydney for all the action of the 2019 Sydney Indoor Hockey Association Grand Finals. My name's Paul Economides. Living Sport Media and Sydney Indoor Hockey are very proud to be bringing you all the action from the A-grade Grand Final. The men's comp in Sydney this year was once again split between North and South competitions. At the end of the regular round, the top four from each of the two pools played cross games against each other last Sunday in Mossman. So for the A-grade Grand Final, we had the teams placed third and fourth, which was the Trenches and Moorebank from the south, taking on Sydney Uni and Manly from the north, with Moorebank running out 6-3 winners against Sydney Uni and the Trenches defeating Manly 10 goals to 2. The teams for the A-grade Grand Final, the Moorebank and the Trenches, just going through their final preparations before the match. Let's have a look at the team list now. Firstly, Moorebank. In goals they have Zach McParland. Number 3, James Van der Schiff. Number 4, Brian DeMello. Number 10, CJ Roberts. Number 11, Ryan Proctor. Number 16, Ben Southwell. And number 22, Steve Agnew. Moorebank wearing their white shirts with the blue and red at the front. And the Trenches wearing the fluoro orange shirts. In goals, James Doherty. Number 3, Robbie Maguire. Number 6, Nick Hancock. Number 7, Ben Ferguson. Number 11, Nick Hill. And number 15, Josh Gregory. Joining me in commentary this evening is David Gilbert. Dave, welcome. What are you expecting from this A-grade Grand Final tonight?
Look, I think it might be a very, very close game. There's some highly skilled players on both teams. Guys like Josh Gregory, Nick Hill, Robbie Maguire. A lot of these guys have had recent NHL experience or AHL experience or played in New South Wales indoor teams. And on the other side, you've got Moorebank, who always have a strong indoor hockey culture. And we've got some very skillful players playing for them. James Van der Schiff, Ryan Proctor, recently selected in the Australian development team. So he's ready to break into the Kookaburras. So it's a tantalising game on our hands.
I'm certainly looking forward to it. Both these teams showed their dominance of the South competition against their Northern competition colleagues last week. As I mentioned earlier, the Trenches are with a 10-2 victory over Manly in their semi-final, and Moorebank defeating Sydney Uni 6 goals to 3. So both teams now are almost ready. Umpires are Robbie Sutton and Rob Palmer. Moorebank look like they'll be starting with the ball, running to the right of screen. And we're away. Proctor taking the ball early. Small raise of the ball. Trenches on the attack.
It's Ryan Proctor, fresh from his win in the inaugural Hockey One League this year. And following that up with his selection in the Australian indoor side, in the Australian development squad, as I just mentioned earlier.
Free hit to Moorebank there. The Trenches putting the ball straight into the circle. The tackle from Gregory.
2 New South Wales players on opposing teams tonight.
Proctor just going a bit early there, ball not on the right spot. Umpire Palmer requested. A very fast start to this match, as we expect from indoor hockey at this level.
Yeah, and there's some real quality on both teams here, so I'll be looking for Josh Gregory to control the game for the Trenches at the back. Playmaker's position, left back. I've already seen him throw some interesting passes already.
Wins the ball well there from Proctor. Ben Ferguson dispossessed though. Proctor does well. It's a long corner. Southwell. Van der Schiff looking for that striker up front, well intercepted by the Trenches defence. Robbie Maguire picked off that pass. Just knocks the ball back around. And for an opening, it's a great ball through. Tackle there from number 16, Ben Southwell. Just lifted the ball, and there's our first corner of the match to the Trenches. See Nick Hill looking to spin. It's a good pass to him.
Not sure if either of these teams have any noted flickers in their team, but we'll see.
So 3rd minute of the A-grade grand final. Shot was going wide. Interesting, the Moorebank players, not sure if they weren't ready there or what the plan was. Shot went wide there from number 6, Nick Hancock. You can see from the replay. Ended up in the back of the net, but as it was travelling wide before it hit a player, it was deemed to be a foul.
The Trenches have certainly looked the more structured team so far in this game.
Small little bobble on that trap there. Umpire Palmer being very strict on that early. And picked off by Hancock. Ooh. Hill, strong play from Hill under a lot of pressure. Nice work there from Ben Ferguson. He's going to earn himself a free hit. Just outside. Good outlet pass back to Hancock. The corner's been given. I'm guessing the Moorebank player hadn't retreated the required distance. Umpire Sutton, no hesitation, award the corner.
The player's no longer allowed to just stand at the edge of the circle when there's a free hit there. They must retreat 3.
See if the Moorebank defence can organise themselves better this time. I think last time probably they were just delayed. Everyone's set this time. Ferguson moves left and right. So it's found a foot. Play on. Back to Maguire. Ferguson again. One to beat. Goes to the pass. Well played. Found Gregory there on the left post. And in the 5th minute of the first half, the Trenches take the lead with the opening goal of this match.
Yeah, again, another well-crafted goal there from the Trenches. They really have shown a bit of structure. Be interesting to see how they go. They don't have a sub tonight, so they're probably fortunate the night's not as hot as it could be at this time of year.
A strong play from Gregory. Probably took a little bit too much body as he came through. Yeah, good point about the heat. It's quite warm. And the Trenches playing without a sub, so I'm sure they would hope to be taking an early lead and then hang on for grim death in the second half. Having said that though, Moorebank with the luxury of only 1 extra player. Nick Hill with a quick little reverse stick shot. Extends the lead. They're in the 6th minute. See here on the replay, just calmly off the boards, just catches the goalkeeper unaware.
Game going according to your plan so far, Zorba. Early lead to the Trenches. Let's see if they do hang on.
Gregory just taking time to settle things down. Rotating now Maguire at the back.
Moorebank playing a lot more run and gun than you expect from an indoor hockey team from that club.
Southwell working with Van der Schiff. It's better, faster ball movement. Not much movement from up front though. CJ Robertson, Steve Agnew. Here goes CJ again. Just got underneath that pass there to Agnew. It was definitely on. Good transition after they made that interception at halfway. Oh, great ball from Hancock and a deflection. Smart play from Nick Hill in the 7th minute to take a 3-0 lead in his A-grade grand final. Good opportunistic goal there from the Trenches.
I'm pretty sure he was happy with that missed trap.
Oh, I'm not sure. I think if you saw from the goal he scored just earlier.
Well, he wasn't unhappy with it.
Here he goes again. Oh, just raised that trap. Roberts with the ball still. Good save from goalkeeper James Doherty. Ball back with Hancock. Surrounded by white shirts. Oh, unlucky there for Moorebank. Oh, just not in the right spot to go early. Back with Ferguson.
Moorebank definitely defending very aggressively here.
Proctor knocking Gregory over there. I've found Maguire open again. Good defence this time from Zach McParland and James Van Schiff. Good early ball from Agnew. Just couldn't get that under control. Have a look at this goal here again. You can tell us if Nick Hill meant to trap this or not. Back to live action now. I'm saying he meant. I'm calling that he meant that.
They all count.
It's on the board, just coming up to the halfway mark of the first half. Trenches with a 3-0 lead. Here's Nick Hill again. Proctor with the intercept, finds Agnew. Can't get the shot away, or he does. Come up off the keeper. Agnew just played that ball in the air rather than letting it come back onto the deck.
I need to trap that one cleanly onto the deck. He bounced that one.
Here's Nick Hill again, looking for Maguire. Chance now. Roberts looking for Agnew running that angle. It's passed behind him. So delay here with the ball across the other courts, the Johnny Warren Indoor Sports Centre. Sure, the Trenches will be happy to use these extra seconds, soak up some time.
So 10 to go. Trenches up 3-0. They'll be quite happy with proceedings so far.
Brian DeMello on at the back. Unlucky for Roberts there. Came out of that exchange with the ball. Proctor again. Gets the rebound off the keeper. It's gone underneath goalkeeper James Doherty. Good hustle there from number 11 Ryan Proctor. Have a look on the replay. Got the shot away, got the rebound. The ball trapped underneath goalkeeper Doherty. Prevented Steve Agnew from having a clean play at the ball. Moorebank with their first penalty corner of the match. Just on 9 minutes left in this first half. Trenches just racing to get their protective equipment. Those of you who may have watched last year's Premier League Grand Final would recall the facial injury from a player on the post not wearing a face mask. Here we go.
Good running there from Robbie Maguire.
It was a good save for the long corner. Very quick off the mark, Maguire.
He is one of the quicker players in Sydney hockey.
DeMello finds Agnew. That's a great play Agnew just moved the ball to his left and quickly slipped it down to Ryan Proctor, who slotted the goal from a tight angle. That's just on the 11th minute. With Moorebank now just narrowing the gap 3-1 with a great goal to Ryan Proctor.
Moorebank just being a little bit more patient there and constructing that goal with the extra pass.
That was a very smart play from Agnew. Oh, that's a great ball. Nick Hill now with...
Good defending there.
It was... Saw Brian DeMello quickly there. And you can see DeMello didn't rush in because he knew the goalkeeper, McParlin, had one angle there on the post, so DeMello just stood off so he couldn't pull back to open up the angle. It's good indoor hockey defending. Maguire again. Play on. That's great into play there from Moorebank. Finds Agnew. Knocks it back. There's a corner. Well fought there from Ryan Proctor. A great play between Proctor, Roberts and Agnew. And there's a bit too much complaining from number 7, Ben Ferguson. And a green card for him. He'll be back. Won't be participating for the next minute.
Probably a bit unlucky with the call there.
Moorebank with their second corner. Saw Maguire run down the first one. See if they look to slip it off the battery. Proctor with the trap. Missed trap. So Roberts there backing up. Finds Proctor.
Good defending there, patient defending from Josh Gregory.
Was looking for Van der Schiff. It's Gregory taking control. Kill goes quickly. Moorebank hadn't retreated the required distance. He was a little bit lucky there. He tried to go early and just ran straight at the defenders. Gregory again. Just getting the shape back in the attack. Ferguson back on after his break. It's a good play. Just opened up. Roberts there, found his left foot inside the circle. Earns the Trenches another corner. Just coming up to 5 minutes left in this first half.
We're looking for the slip to Nick Hill here.
Ferguson goes himself.
No.
Took a deflection. That'll be a long corner. Good defence corner from the corner back. Defensive unit for Moorebank. Nick Hill was open there, was a thread of the needle with that pass. Just couldn't catch the handle on it. Trench is still leading 3-1. Hancock looking for options. Finds DeMello. Strong play from DeMello. Ball now with Roberts. Just lost control. Hancock straight back into attack.
That was a great tackle there from Josh Gregory. DeMello was actually past him there and still managed to get back and take enough of the ball to get the possession back.
Ben Southwell finds DeMello on the boards. And it's a corner. Looks like umpire Sutton called that. Umpire Palmer would have just had his vision blocked. Robbie Sutton called that quite quickly. Must have been a foot, our view obscured as well by the goalkeeper. It's a bit of ill discipline here from the Trenches. They just need to get ready for the corner. They hold the lead. Umpire Palmer's already shown he's not afraid to show the green card for dissent. Already now Van der Schiff with the injection. Agnew with the trap. And a great goal, number 16, Ben Southwell. In the 16th minute. The gap now just back to 1. It's The Trenches leading 3-2.
Very quick, accurate flick. Hit the inside of the post. That's what you want from your corner flicker.
Very well executed corner. It's great skills from CJ Roberts. Goes himself, finds Agnew.
Van der Schiff. He's a very skillful player and great ball carrier.
Ryan Proctor again. Good turn, Southwell. Wonderful play there. Sorry about it, was James Van der Schiff with that great skill. Found Ben Southwell, who ties the scores up at 3 apiece with his second goal of the game in the 18th minute. Great play there from Moorebank. Clawed their way back into this match. In the final 2 minutes now. Roberts and Southwell working across the back. Roberts finding the foot there of Gregory. Strong play there from Nick Hancock. They'd be disappointed, the Trenches. They got out to an early lead. And allowed Moorebank back into the match. Proctor picks that one up off the boards. Finds James Van der Schiff. Just getting under that. Attempted pass off the boards. Nick Hill goes quickly. He's looking for a foot. Moorebank defence is strong, well set. He's managed to find a corner there.
That's a correct call. The ball was held against the boards.
So in the final 10 seconds now, so the clock will run down. This will be the final play of the first half. I'm sure the Trenches will be looking to take the half-time lead.
Having not had much success, the Trenches have swapped sides here, gone to the unconventional side.
It's gone to Maguire at the top.
Another corner.
Looked like another foot. Must have been missed. And that's half-time is called. Umpire Sutton. With the scores locked at 3 goals apiece. In a very entertaining first half of this A-grade grand final for 2019. Hope you enjoyed all the action. We'll take a short break and be back with the second half of the A-grade grand final. Don't go away. And welcome back here to the second half of the A-grade Grand Final for 2019. Teams almost ready to recommence. The score's locked at 3 goals apiece. Dave, what did you make from that first action from that first half?
Well, it's been a great game. There's been some very well crafted goals. Some slightly different tactics from the Trenches compared to Moorebank. Moorebank have been a lot more willing to play through their centre in the middle of the court and try and work it from there, whereas the Trenches have seen a lot more success with throwing the longer ball to their high striker in the circle and scoring from there. We'll see if that continues this half.
Already you can see much better ball movement from Moorebank. Results in Proctor having a shot on goal. Gregory finds a great pass there to Maguire. He's just dispossessed by Agnew. Hancock with a good interception. Proctor not happy. I think it was the right call. Well-timed challenge from Nick Hancock. Well picked off there from Proctor. It's been Ferguson with a risky pass through the middle. Tremello and Southwell working well at the back. Gregory, nicely picked up on the reverse. Proctor goes for a run. Agnew does well to keep that on his stick. Does well, gets the ball across to Proctor. They're in the second minute of the second half. Moorebank take the lead for the first time in the game.
And there it is again. They've been successful when they've had the ball on the board and managed to find a free player on the other side of the court.
Back to live action there. Nick Hill had a shot, was well saved by McParlin. And Gregory there looking for Nick Hill. Nudged a foot Moorebank player on the way through. Not sure if either umpire saw that, Dave. It might have been a... Well, some good pleading by the players.
Sometimes the calls go both ways.
Gregory again with the injection. And it's well taken by Ben Ferguson. They're in the 3rd minute of the second half. Scores all tied at 4-4 again.
Ben Ferguson trying to become a noted flicker. That's a good finish.
Yeah, definitely the roof of the net. That's 2 goals in the opening 3 minutes of the second half. A lapse in concentration there from Moorebank. Give the ball back to the Trenches. Free hit to Gregory. That tackle from Agnew, but too much stick and body.
Josh Gregory playing in the middle now. He's moved from the left back position. Let's see if he stays that way.
It's Nick Hill getting under that ball then. Ball's passed over the defender's flat stick. Back to CJ Roberts. The back with Ben Southwell.
These positional changes may just be the Trenches trying to save the legs of some of their players. You can rest up a little bit at the back of the court.
You see, good run there from Maguire. Managed to put the Moorebank players in a bit of a wrong-footed, both the defenders. And both collected Maguire on the way through. Easy decision for the umpires. I think the initial contact was outside the circle. But definite foul. Another chance now for the Trenches. Again with the flick from Ben Ferguson. The 5th minute. Second half. The Trenches regain the lead, 5 goals to 4.
I'm sure if he keeps doing that, they'll keep doing that.
Free hit to Moorebank. Great pass from Southwell, finds Proctor, goes himself, just gets the side netting. Some good skill along the back line.
Yeah, great skill, tried to sneak it past the keeper.
Proctor again, full of running.
He's created a lot of turnovers, Ryan Proctor, this evening.
Just held on a bit long there, collected the defender that had set. So even though he got the pass away, still deemed to be a foul. Hancock handed over on the ground. Brave work from Southwell. Finds the outlet. Ferguson makes an intercept. Gregory does well. That's come off the post.
Well defended.
Southwell does excellent work out of the back there. Nick Hill just ruining that chance. It's the extra pads on the posts here, the goal posts just intervening. Trenches unable to extend their lead. It was great play from the men in bright orange. Van der Schiff with the steal. Look there for DeMello, but just a bit of a swinging stick there from Josh Gregory inside the circle. Gives Moorebank a chance to equalise their first corner of the second half. See here on the replay. Yeah, just a swing stick there from Gregory and the raised ball as well. Good work there from our camera out in the corner.
There's been some very accurate flicking from the corner so far. Let's see if the runners adjust to try and reduce the possibilities for the flickers.
There's a variation, goes to Proctor, just past the left boot of goalkeeper James Doherty.
There's one right down the middle.
And that's the 7th minute of the second half. Scores all tied up again at 5 apiece. Another goal to Ryan Proctor. Ben Ferguson very lucky there. Just a lazy pass through the middle, full of white shirts. Roberts searching for a pass, just finds Nick Hancock though. Skill from Hancock. Southwell with a strong challenge. Ball back with the Trenches. Maguire finds Nick Hill off the boards. No real options though. Good defence from Van Schiff. Proctor and Van Schiff work the ball out, but it's gone back to Hancock. Chance for Hill. Southwell with an important interception there. Still with Gregory. Can't get his shot on target.
Again, very clever play there from Josh Gregory, just turning the ball onto his forestick away from the defender.
Roberts finds Van der Schiff. Quick ball moving out to Proctor. In a flash, they're in the circle. Back to Roberts. Ball goes quickly there with DeMello. Side netting. And the Trenches is losing a bit of discipline there. They thought they'd won the free hit.
They need to keep their cool here. They've been the more structured team so far for me. If they continue that way, more goals will come.
Yeah, Hancock not happy. They've just got to get on with it. They've got no subs. They've got the ball here from the 16, so they need to take a few deep breaths. Free hit one by Maguire. Proctor does well. He has been everywhere in the second half. It's a bit too much body in the tackle.
Yeah, he's been causing a lot of turnovers with his energetic brand of defending.
Ferguson finds Nick Hill in the circle. 3 flat sticks around him. Nicely done. Finds Hancock. Needs to move it quickly now, Maguire. He's held on a bit too long. He's allowed the defence to reset. Good pressure from DeMello. So now it's the Trenches looking a little bit slow with their ball movement. Good work from Gregory. Oh, there was a bit of a missed pass there, but it's fortuitously found Nick Hill, who in the 11th minute puts the Trenches ahead, 6-5. Nick Hill's 3rd goal for the match. Well, you make your own luck. That's fallen the way for the Trenches on that occasion. Ague there, put the hard yards in, running back to defend. It's that grip coming off Johnson's stick. Going to get in his way. Gregory now again, looking to go across. Ball's come off CJ Roberts, long corner. Van der Schiff finds Proctor, works well with him. Still with Van der Schiff. Oh, what an interception there from Josh Gregory. That's Steve Agnew ready for the tap in.
That's where Moorebank have been good, on the counter where they've gone quickly with the ball, found their players and then given it again.
Roberts looking for Agnew there, but on to Ferguson. Maguire just couldn't control the trap. Maybe a 2-on-1. Good quick turn from Roberts. Earns a free hit. Oh, very easy there for Roberts. Oh no, the ball's gone out over the back line. 16, I thought he'd earned a corner. No, he didn't see the call. He's just stepped into where the 16 was about to be taken. Earned himself a green card. That's extra man advantage for the Trenches now for the next minute. Good turn from Maguire. Dispossessed though. Proctor again. Wins it back. Hancock links with Maguire onto Nick Hill. Good tackle from DeMello. He's kept his cool. Southwell looking for a way out. Ball's just snuck over the back line. Be a long corner for the Trenches. It's coming up to 6.5 minutes to go. Trenches still with a 6-5 lead. Slight raise on that pass. Nice play from Moorebank. Proctor's in everything. Just dispossessed up front. Roberts back on the pitch now. DeMello has a break. Van der Schiff back on. Can the Trenches hold on, Dave?
I think they can. They've definitely been the more structured team so far. And if they just maintain their discipline, I think they can get home.
It's come off a foot, play on, say the umpires. Forward Maguire. Just held the ball nicely there, waiting for the opportunity to rise, but Gregory's turned that over. Just on 5 minutes left in this A-grade grand final for 2019. Moorebank looking to equalise. It's been a very entertaining grand final. Ball's come off Ben Southwell's foot in the circle. Took a ricochet off the boards. Was it a foot or he just hit the ball out?
I think it was lifted from the circle. Out.
Might have hit a foot on the way in. No, it's come there off Robert's stick. Just the angle took Southwell by surprise, and he's just followed through. Brought the ball up from inside the circle. Trenches taking their time. This is 4.5 to go.
I think that's a key point. They've been very patient with the ball, the Trenches.
There was a break there. Break from Proctor. He's going to have to go to halfway. I picked it, he just went early. But if you watch the injector, I think Gregory's just leant forward a little bit. Yeah, Proctor's just gone a bit early.
Yeah, the Trenches have created a lot of opportunities by being very patient in the circle.
And that's a great corner taken then again by number 7, Ben Ferguson. That's his 3rd goal of the match.
3 corners in a row, if I count correctly.
And that's the 16th minute. It's a 7-5 lead now to the Trenches. So 2-goal buffer. Still plenty of time for Moorebank. Nick Hill just unable to keep that on the deck. Oh, there's a corner. Goalkeeper Doherty there, just overstepping it as he went to clear it. Moorebank with an opportunity. Just on 3 to go. Check the replay here. Just took his eye off the ball there, I think, Dave. He's looking to see where he wanted to clear it, and the ball was on him faster than he was expecting.
Yeah, he wanted to keep that down, and as he did so, it just came over the top of the ball.
Yeah, he was looking upfield to where he could clear it to. What have Moorebank got? Variation again. It's saved off the line by Ferguson, having just scored up the other end. Important play from him. Still with Moorebank though. Southwell looks to turn. Ferguson again, very important tackle. Well done, Ben Ferguson. Comes away with it now. Just got underneath that pass. Southwell goes early. Proctor and Southwell just getting each other's way from Moorebank. Hancock looks up, knows there's 2 minutes left. They're definitely running out of steam, the Trenches. Moorebank can sense it. Good turn from Maguire. Southwell, good tackle. Just took a touch, it'd be a long corner for Moorebank.
Yeah, the fatigue's definitely starting to show. I'm sure the Trenches would just like to get a hold of the ball and keep it for the next minute and a half.
Here come Moorebank again through to Mello. With Van der Schiff. He's just possessed by Ferguson. Again Ferguson. It's an important couple of minutes and a great pass from him too. Just couldn't be trapped by Nick Hill. Just a little bobble on the trap.
It's a bit unlucky that one actually came up off the board.
Ferguson again, he's come to the fore in these last couple of minutes. Gregory finds Maguire. Good tackle from DeMello. He goes quickly into the final minute. Hancock with the tackle, but still with Van der Schiff. It's back with Moorebank. Have a shot. It's there again for Proctor. Takes a deflection on the way in. The 20th minute, Ryan Proctor gets Moorebank back to within 1 goal. 7 goals to 6. 30 seconds on the clock. Just just need to hold on to the ball now. It's going to go out for 16. That could well be it. Hancock will take his time. Finds the boards with Nick Hill. Good turn from Maguire. And that's full time. The frantic end of that match. That's the end of the A-grade grand final for 2019. A thrilling game with the Trenches coming away 7-6 winners after the score was tied at 3-all at half time. So I've got to take a breath. What did you make of that second half?
Look, I thought it was a fantastic game. There were some highly skilled players out there who were showing off their wares. I thought the Trenches, I think the word to describe is they were just more patient. They were patient in defence. They were patient with the ball. They didn't rush passes, and they just managed to hang on.
It certainly was a very entertaining and fitting end to the season for these two teams. Don't go away. We'll be back with the presentations shortly. Okay, we're here with the presentations with the A-grade grand final. Fantastic match with the Trenches just nudging ahead for the win, 7-6. Firstly to the captain of the losing Moorebank team, Steve Agnew. Steve, you guys were behind 3-0 early in that match, fought back to 3-all at half-time. What were you thinking at half-time?
Yeah, at half-time we were pretty comfortable with where we're at. We managed to fall asleep in the first 10 minutes, so we just decided if we kept rolling the subs quick enough in the second half, we might be able to get in for legs, and unfortunately that's not the case, so well done.
That's great. And to the winning captain, Nick, congratulations to you again. You gave away that lead in the first half. What were you guys thinking in half-time? What were you working on the second half?
I think we were at the half-time. We just talked about holding our press a little bit more and having no subs. We just said we've got to hold the ball and stop trying to give it away. I think when we got up 3-0 because we held the ball, made smart passes and took our opportunities.
That's great. Well, congratulations again to both teams. Thank you to Vicky, the men's convener this year, and stay tuned, and we'll see you again next season.